We're going to wait for a few more people to join the chat here. But so if it's really choppy, just let me know, and I'm going to just kill the stream and just do a recording that I'm going to throw up on BitChute. So you can let me know how it sounds on your end. But as usual, I hope you're doing well. If you are listening to the recorded version after the live stream, please fast forward a couple of minutes into the stream, because I'm just going to waste a bit of time at the front here just waiting for people to join. So yeah, a lot going on this week, eh, guys? Scribbler, no, you're not late. How are you doing, Scribbler? I went 10 minutes early because it's the 1-year stream anniversary. So I've been doing these live streams for a whole year now, and I figured, I'll add an extra 10 minutes for this time around. And it's going to be a fun one, because we are going to be looking at Justin Trudeau's Facebook page, which is one of my favorite forms of entertainment, because I've noticed that over the last 4 or 5 months, it's been increasingly turning. So this is why I'm saying the tide is turning. It is slowly changing. The opinion of the people out there, the plebs, us, we're growing, guys. We're growing. So and again, let me say this before we even get into any of the weeds here. I've said this before. My goal is the reunification of everybody. So the government is doing their very best to destroy us, separate us, put us into little groups that they can play against each other, like we're some kind of a board game. And my goal is always to keep the message consistent that it is not us that is the problem, that we need to infight with each other. It is the government. We all need to unite. No matter what we believe in, we all need to unite against the government. The government needs to be kept on their toes, because they've been acting a little bit too much like Stalin-esque in the last few years, especially in Canada. We have a little mini Mao Zedong in the making here, very much aspiring to become a full-blown dictator. And he's managed to get some of those powers, because Canadians have been giving them to him. We give him power like we don't care. But I think it's slowly starting to turn. So anyways, welcome everyone. I see there's quite a few people in here. I'm going to say hi to the people in the chat. Crit, hi. I hope you're doing well, Crit. So big shout out to the G-Live folks. So I see Scribbler, you're out there with Crit. Faye Knox, you're on here. Hi, David. David also over on the G-Live stream. Sam Dooley, Tyler Heel. Oh my gosh, I'm going to miss so many people. There's so many of you that jumped in. I'm so happy. Monique, Tyler, MTM, you were one of the first ones on tonight. Hey, Faye Knox, I hope you're good. And oh my goodness. Anyways, so many people. Val, did I say hi to Val? Val, hi, hello, Val. Val, you're out in the USA. Good on you. I wish I could join you in the USA. Trust me. Canada's wasn't doing so well for a while. We're getting better now. We're waking up. We're slowly realizing the insanity of this. So some of us are a little bit slower in realizing. They're joining us. But you know what, guys? Anybody who's turning now and starting to look at us and thinking we're not so crazy for having all these theories for the last 2 years, embrace them. Welcome them into our circle, because we are with them. They are not our enemy. Our enemy is truly the government. Okay, so I guess we can start. There's so many people already. I didn't expect that, guys. Thanks so much for joining, even though I started early. This is amazing. Gary, you're always here. Hello, Gary. So yes, Ireland. Hi, you guys are screwed just like us. It's all the Commonwealth countries, eh? You notice that? They're all going after the Commonwealth. So hello out to you in Ireland. I'm so sorry for what's happening to your country. Same is happening here. And I guess we're all fighting to try to change this. Okay. So, 1 second. I keep choking. Every time I do a freaking live stream, I choke like a loser. 1 second, guys. Not even 5 minutes in. It's because my throat gets so dry. I'm just so nervous. I'm a train wreck. A train wreck. Okay. Now that I have my act together, RV Chris, you joined as well. RX420. Hello, Mayhem. Mayhem is what's happening in Canada. Oh, Christian. Christian Delorme, I haven't seen you in such a long time. I hope you're doing well. I hope your wife is well. Hello to Melanie. And Trish, political foolishness, I see you in here. Yeah, I know. It feels like a long time, eh? It feels like I've been doing this forever. I think, sorry, the choking will go on forever because I'm such a mess, but a hot mess, really. But so I started last year around this time, and everybody, it's Crit's fault that I started the live stream. He's like, you should live stream, you'd be good at it. And I'm like, hell, it's been a year and I'm still not good at it. And I choke and I lose my crap and I'm like just all over the place all the time. Like anyways, but yeah, I've been doing this for a year and I think I've missed about 5 or 6 live streams in the year. About 3 of them I was banned off of YouTube, so I couldn't, and I did only do live, but yeah, it's been a year, but I've been on YouTube for far longer than that. I think I've been on YouTube for about 3 years now, maybe 4. Yeah, 2018 is when I started, so almost 4. So yeah, yes, thank you, Gary, for the thumbs up. Oh, I just missed it. Hold on. This one here, yeah. Thumbs up. Yes, thumbs up if you hate Justin Trudeau, if you think he's been destroying our country. Oh, and also, if you don't like the premier of your province, just thumbs up that too. And if you don't like tyranny in general, just thumbs up on that. So yeah, we're just going to get all these thumbs up all around. Okay. So yeah, I've been streaming for just about a year. Yeah. But yeah, the videos. And I'm still making videos on BitChute. And they're probably better because I can edit out all the stupid stuff I say. So somebody was on the live stream last week and left in the comment section after that I talk too much and to get on with it and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I get it. Yeah, I totally get it. Live streams are a bit different though, I think, because I don't have a pre-prepared script. It's just I get to chatting and I chat with you guys, which is why I like doing the live streams because I get to interact with the chat. I think I'm getting a little bit better at that. But yes, I agree. There's a lot of fluff in the live stream. So in order to mitigate this constructive feedback I got, I am trying to post more on BitChute and on Rumble. So my BitChute and Rumble, all that is in the description of this video if you ever wanted to go check out my channels over there. But everything is under my name. So it's Julie Mora. I'm super easy to find everywhere. So it's, yeah, I'm going to try to put out some shorter, like 5-minute videos. And I did one last week. I'm going to do one that I'm going to record right after the stream tonight, and I'm going to post it tomorrow. So I'm going to try to do a couple more videos that are on these platforms where I get to edit out all the stupid stuff I say during a live stream and all the laughing. People are criticizing me for laughing. And I'm like, what, like, do you want me to do the whole stream just like bored? Like, hello, my name is Julie Mora. Like honest, I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know. So anyways, I'm doing my very best. And I know that I'm not perfect at it, but I'm trying. And I'm doing this because I think it's so important that we hear that there are some voices out there that are not completely going along with what everybody else is saying. Because if you're just in mainstream, you hear one message only. And I think it's important to keep putting separate messages out there, contradiction messages, because I'm basically saying exactly the opposite of Justin Trudeau. I think I've never agreed with that guy once. So I'm like the reverse Justin Trudeau or the anti-Justin Trudeau. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, I'm an anti-Justin Trudeau. That's what I am. But anyways, okay. So, I'm already tired. So yes, okay, we can go here. Trish, I saw Anna, Anna from Poland, if I'm not mistaken. Hello, Anna. Love Poland right now. You guys are fighting properly. Terry McLeod, hi, Terry. But Trish, you are absolutely right. I'm going to make another separate video on BitChute about this, so I'm going to have to be very careful how I say this here on this platform. But here's what I'm going to say in that video, and it's concerning this. So for context, in Quebec, it was announced this week, that 2 days today, that François Legault, the Premier of Quebec, is planning on taxing the unvaccinated citizens of Quebec. So I'm going to make a historical comparison because, as you guys know, I did history and I'm comfortable there. So there's a couple high-profile historical moments that I can relate back to. So there was a taxation on Jewish people in the 1930s. It started earliest 1930s and it got worse as the 30s progressed. But yes, there was a tax on the Jewish people. It was a tax that if they left the country, they had to leave a good chunk of their wealth behind. So it was basically an exit tax, which weirdly, I find that tax more forgiving than the François Legault tax. That tax is just completely outrageous. If you want your country to become a Nazi country, that's exactly how you should do it. You should put curfews on. You should divide your population. You should propagandize through the media that you've bought. And then you should start taxing the minority group that you're upset with. That is pure Nazism right there. So François Legault is actually at the same level right now. I'm telling you, I'm not making this comparison lightly, but he is actually at the same level as Hitler. This is what Hitler did. He taxed the villainized portion of the population. This is what François Legault is doing. He's taxing the villainized population. And he thinks that it's in hopes that it'll convince them to get vaccinated. Look, the people that have held out now, they won't get vaccinated. I'm sorry to tell you, but they've held out this long. They've lost their jobs. They're not getting vaccinated. So putting a tax on them, they'll just write it out. It'll suck. Some people won't pay it. They'll be thrown in jail. But they're going to write it out, and they're going to just not get vaccinated. This is not what's going to convince them to get vaccinated. So you guys went from offering burgers and milkshakes and $100 and lotteries and all of that to get people to take this. And now you're at and then you went a little bit further and you started threatening people, saying, if you don't get it, you're going to lose your job. And now that you've made people lose their job, the government is actually at the state of saying, okay, we took away your job, we took away your connections, we took away your liberty, we took away your body autonomy. We're trying to, at least. It's not quite achieved yet. But now that we've made you lose your job because you now cannot work if you're not unvaccinated, we're going to make sure you can't go buy alcohol and weed. Okay, whatever. Tyrannical, but okay. And now, in addition to making you lose your job, we're going to make sure that we take your wealth. It's wealth confiscation. There's no pretty way to put this about. They can say it's a tax. They can say it's, oh, we're just going to make sure that they pay their fair due, or whatever BS they're going to come out with. But it is an outrageous proposal that they are doing this, because they are basically confiscating wealth. This is wealth confiscation. Hitler did it. Stalin did it. Stalin did it a different way. Both Lenin and Stalin had their phases, but they took the land. They would take people's property instead of taxing them. So it's a bit different. But the Khmer Rouge did the same thing in Cambodia. And let me bring out another tyrannical government that I haven't talked about in quite a while. But this is why François Legault is an absolute outrage to any freedom-loving country. There is under Islam. So you guys know I've talked about Islam a lot in my early years. And Islam, disclaimer, not all Muslims, okay? I don't think all Muslims are a problem. I'm just talking about the ideology, which is Islam. The ideology of Islam has a couple of rules under it. One of them is if you are a non-Muslim living in an Islamic land, one of the things you have to pay is called the jizya. It's a tax. It's a tax because you're non-Muslim. So the goal of that tax is to actually convert you to becoming a Muslim. And by pressuring you, eventually they convert you. So the Muslims will try to convince you to become Muslim. Then they'll try to intimidate you. And then they will eventually end up just taxing you. So in order to live, they say it's a protection tax, protection from them. It's like the mafia. I'll tax you so I don't kick your ass. So that's basically what jizya is. They have to pay the jizya. And the true Islamic doctrine of jizya means that when you pay the tax to your Muslim overlords, you're supposed to do it in complete submission. So you're supposed to like bow down and all that. Like and there's a whole process around that. And this is what the Legault guy in Quebec is doing. He's doing that proposal to tax the unvaccinated is a direct mix of the Hitler strategy of taxing the Jews, but also mixed in. It's a hybrid tyrannical tactic. It's a hybrid between the Nazis and the Islamists, because they're now saying, okay, to be here, you need to pay a tax. To keep existing in Quebec as an unvaccinated, you need to pay a tax. So this is directly a copy of the Islamic doctrine of jizya. You guys can look it up if you don't believe me. And I know there are some Muslims out there who will say, no, jizya is not like that. It is. I've read it. I know it. It is like this. And you can fact check me in the Quran if you'd like, as well as the many hadith. You guys can go and fact check me on that. I would love that. But Francois Legault is an absolute piece of trash who is on the Quebecers imposing Nazi and Islamic strategies for total tyranny. And I wouldn't be surprised if it escalates from there, if it becomes, oh, well, after the tax, we're going to now put you in concentration camps. That's what the Nazis did. It's not, once you've reached that level, the jump over is really not far. So guys, get ready for this, because it's going to, like, Quebecers do not pay this tax. You cannot, if nobody ever pays this tax, it will go nowhere. You cannot be intimidated and bullied. At some point, you have to stand up. So the first few people who will get caught not paying taxes, they'll go to jail, but eventually they'll run out of jail space. They cannot put everybody in jail. And the two vax recipient right now who are going to be declining the boosters, you guys are going to become the taxed as well. It's an absolute outrage. So everybody, vax, non-vax, blue, whatever you are in Quebec, you all have to unify against one of the most outrageous proposals of the pandemic management that I've seen so far. So anyways, hopefully that's going to go well for Quebec. I'm not convinced, but anyways, yes, jizya, this is exactly it. Thank you, RX. Oh, this is exactly the Islamic tax. So Francois Legault is a disgrace. Is a Quebec disgrace, is a Canadian disgrace. He belongs in North Korea. He would do well there. But we should not have this kind of guy in Canada. So anyways, oh, Linda, you're here and you're lost. You're saying, I don't know. I know. Canada is not Canada anymore. We've been hijacked. But we knew this for a long time. We were taken over by globalists. That Trudeau is a globalist puppet. He doesn't work for Canada. But we knew that. Everyone in the chat here knew that. So anyways, okay, well, since, so I got the whole Francois Legault outrage out of the way. So now that we're done with that, why don't we take a quick look at the Justin Trudeau page. So, okay, this is Justin Trudeau's Facebook page. So I'm hoping that because I am only explaining and reading things off of his Facebook page, which is not banned, that I won't in turn get banned off of YouTube. We'll see, guys. But if I get a strike for this, for reading something that is on Facebook, we know that it's not that well, we already knew YouTube, whatever, but we'll know that the irony will be lost on them. So anyway, okay. There's this page you guys can see. It's actually his page, like a little blue check mark, verified. A couple of the new posts he's done. So this month alone, we're getting 6.8 doses of Pfizer. And he keeps saying, let's be clear. Like, is this a template? Like, is there a template he uses? Because he keeps saying, let's be clear. It drives me crazy. I've noticed a lot of his Facebook posts start with, let's be clear. And I checked on Twitter and it's the same thing. So anyways, let's be clear. We have enough doses for you. Now it's time to get your shot. So now I don't know if I believe he's really talking to the unjabbed. I think he's talking now to the double jabbed to try to prime them to get their boosters. So I think this is what he means. Anyways, so you can see that the people who are going to give the most amount of likes and laughs in here, and you can see the breakdown, but it is the, based on the comment, it's getting awesome, guys, because at the start of the pandemic, all I saw was pure love for Trudeau. People were like bowing at his feet like he was some kind of a god, right? And then slowly, like more comments are filtering in that are like, wait, maybe there's a problem here. And this time around, this week was the only time that I've seen that almost all the comments are a pure attack on Trudeau. And I'm surprised he left this up on his Facebook page, to be quite honest, because it's awesome. It's really awesome. I'm just surprised he left it. Being the narcissist that he is, why he would leave this up beats me, but whatever. We're going to enjoy reading that. So, okay. So now he's reminding you to get your shots and check some of the comments. some of the comments. I'm going to read a few of these. So, nah, doesn't work. People with booster getting the new variant. Stop selling us this scam. Look at that. 326 likes on that. This is what I mean when I say the tide is turning. We're slowly getting there, guys. Okay, we're going to keep looking at some of those. Please return my shots and send that refund to improve healthcare. Thanks. And let's see, 354 likes. People are loving these comments. I love this. Need more videos of you taking more jabs. You can have mine. So again, people being funny here. And here, there's a very good question, and what will happen after that? This girl says, let's be clear. You say, let's be clear a lot. Agreed. He's trying to put people against each other. So see, these are just average people in Canada starting to wake up. It is amazing to read and see. So this is why I'm so happy to read these on this 1-year stream anniversary. So just this plan, they're doing the vaccinated against the unvaxxed. Can't stand seeing people go against each other in the comments. And this is true. I agree with that. I'm entitled to my own opinion. Okay. Wasted tax dollars. Many of those will go unused. I asked someone from Canada, I met online last night, if they were vaccinated. Their response was, unfortunately, yes. So these are the people who, so a large population in Canada, I think it's like this in the world, but they were forced to take this at the risk of losing their job. So they did take this. So yeah, half of the vaccine, I don't know if it's half, but there's a large amount of people in Canada who just didn't want this. And yeah, they either did it because they wanted to travel, they wanted to go normal, or they wanted to save their job. And what we can see now is that it never returned to normal because it's not a vax anymore. Okay, why is this clown always in my newsfeed? This is awesome. Can you take control over Quebec? Our government is going out of mind. Well, look, Dom, this is guy. I don't know who this is, but look, you don't want to ask Trudeau for help, okay? This is not the guy to go to try to fix the tyranny in Quebec. He's saying right now that he's not sure. He's thinking about if that's a good idea. It's obvious that he thinks it's a good idea. You have to remember, my dude Trudeau loves China, and he loves Cuba under Castro. So it's hard to argue that he would do a better job getting us out of there. Are you a salesman for Pfizer? Yes, he is. Let's be clear, you can shove it. So see, this is really great. These comments, it goes on and on. But I wanted to show you another one because I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago where he posted about the, let me just find it here, guys. He posted about the vaccine again. I'm trying to see how I make this smaller. US, I'll put US only. So because what I want to do is I want to show you here the one where he taught, oh, this one was funny. I don't know if you guys can see this on the screen, if it's big enough, but it's so weird to see two people and then a screen. It's, anyways, I thought that was funny. Young leaders, okay, that's not it. Let's scroll past. Rapid tests. So in the rapid test question, there's a lot of references to, oh, good thing we got rid of all the plastic straws so you can put 424 million single-use plastic tests. Honestly, this is great because what they're doing now, they're losing credibility on all fronts. So it's wonderful. Losing credibility on the vaccine front, losing credibility on the management of a pandemic front, healthcare losing a lot of credibility in the fact that they've been pushing a lot of this as well. And now they're losing credibility on the climate change front. I don't know how many millions of dollars it was that Trudeau spent on replacing plastic straws, but it cost us a crap ton of money. And now, after we did that, and it really took a toll on the Canadian budget, they're introducing 425 rapid tests. And let me just go on a quick little tangent on the rapid test scenario. If I'm to understand our government correctly, this highly transmittable disease, right? This is what we've been told, especially the new variant, So everybody has a test in their house, right? They're sending in Ontario, at least. I don't know if it's like this for the rest of you guys in Canada, but every burial, we not only got the tests sent home from school, but on top of that, they're sending more tests home from school as the kids start school next week. So knowing that, I'm thinking, okay, so that's a hell of a lot of tests in everybody's household. So with this highly transmissible variant, I'm supposed to swab my kids at home and then put the test in the garbage? Like there's no hazmat like disposal area that they're coming up with. No, just put it in the garbage. It's okay. Don't worry about it. But wait, isn't it a highly transmissible disease? Like would you put that like in a special bin with sealed and then it gets handled appropriately and destroyed in some kind of incinerator that's at the 3,000 degrees? Like what? No, don't worry about it, Julie. Don't worry. Don't question anything. Put it in the garbage bag, leave it in your waste bin in your kitchen for a week until the garbage comes and you empty your garbage. And don't worry, it's okay. Like losing credibility on every front. It's insane. So I hope that these idiots in the government keep this up. Keep up the tyranny, keep up the insanity, because hell a lot of people are waking up right now, and you can see it in these comment sections. This is why I love the comment sections, because especially on Facebook and Twitter, because you can see that is where the tide is turning the most. We already knew on BitChute where people stand. We're all the kicked off of YouTube people. It's the new land of YouTube, right? So, but in the old world, in the Facebook and Twitter world, the people are now upset. The normal average people that used to be completely lefty, they're starting to join us, guys. So let's keep it up. Let these guys go completely berserk, insane tyrannical, and they're going to put their own foots in their mouth more than they already have, and we're just going to laugh the whole way through as they do this. So, okay, is it my, yeah, sorry, guys. So AWOL, hi, AWOL. So the audio, I'm just going to bring this up here. Sorry, it's me. I can see that the bars are going between like a green to a yellow on here in network connection. So I hope it's okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me as much as possible. It's my area internet. So I checked all my equipment before going live. So, okay, Faye, you're saying that as well. Faye, can you do me a favor and tell me in the chat here, can you tell me if you guys can hear me okay, or if I should just kill the stream? Because I don't want this to be annoying to all of you, especially, okay. The D-Live crew says it's fine. Oh, Rainy, you snuck in here. Rainy Steps. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Faye, is it good enough? Okay. I know, I'm sorry. Sometimes it goes green and then I seem to have a bit of a repeat, you know, like it gets okay, but then after that it just goes back down to yellow and I'm like, oh. So, okay, I did not kill the stream. Okay, I won't kill the stream. Sorry, Faye, it'll have to be good enough. Okay. Okay, Thought Drifter, hi. I didn't say hi to you. And Sam Dooley, yes, Sam tells us to embrace the normies. 100% agree. We gotta get these normies that are waking up to join us, and they will join us because the time has come. Okay, let's get back to the Trudeau page because I wanted to show you this one. Where are you? This one. Okay, so this is the French version. I think I have. Oh, I need the English version. Come on, Trudeau. I bet you he removed it because it was the same as this one here. Okay, there we go. I got the English. Let's go. Okay, here, Justin Trudeau, January 10th, 5:28 p.m. I hope the comments are still there from what I read yesterday or 2 days ago. This is going to be awesome, guys. So grab your beer, chug whatever you want because this is going to be fun party right here. The science is clear. Vaccines work. This is what Trudeau says. So let me be clear. Again with the let me be clear. Get vaccinated. We got enough doses for every Canadian to do so. And if your kids haven't got vaccinated, sign them up too. Let's go. Comments. Worst PM. Doesn't respect the people. 1.2 thousand likes. 1.1 thousand. A bunch of people are laughing. And only 31 people love that comment. But look, only 10. I don't know if you guys can see, because I will recognize this is pretty small on your screen. Only 10 people have the angry face at this comment. 10. This is epically awesome. Okay. Danielle says here, yeah, the current massive outbreaks in our 90% vax population shows they're doing a great job. 2.2K likes. Amazing. First of all, let your wife be vaccinated. Okay, I don't know what that means, but whatever. I wish this was actually you posting, Justin, so you could see how many people don't actually agree with you and you want you to step down. 514 likes on that one. Again, they clearly don't work. And again, I'm showing you this because I wanted to show this on the live stream. First of all, this is going to be some kind of a historical record for the future. And I believe in building these records. But as well, if you remember just a few months ago, this was about half and half. It was half people were bashing him, half the people were loving him. I'm having a hard time finding anybody, even his like Bangladesh crew. There's like always these weird Bangladesh and Indian people with suspicious accounts. I don't even think they're people. I think that Facebook has created a series of bots for Justin Trudeau that go in and regurgitate some weird stuff saying, I love you, Prime Minister Trudeau, you best PM ever. So they say that. And it's always some people that live in a different country than Canada. So, you might love him, but he's not ruling over you right now, dictating his crazy. So anyways, but those accounts are really hard to find even in here. So here's another one. The majority of cases right now are people who have been double jabbed. Another one says, this makes me so angry. RN here who was fired, so she's a registered nurse. She was fired in November for refusing the shot. The C shot is the clot shot. I don't know if I could say that on here on YouTube. YouTube gonna ban me, boys. I truly love my job. I love my patients. I am heartbroken and ashamed at what Canada has become. So 284 likes, a bunch of people sending her hugs, a bunch of people upset, and then only 2 people giving the angry face. And look at all the replies, 80 replies. I'm not going to go through those, but okay, this is supposed to sound blunt and to the point, but it really sounds controlling and forceful and mandatory. But it's not, right? P.S. I dislike you very much, so much. All of these epic trolls on Facebook, you got to give them some credit. People are getting bold now. They're not afraid anymore. Okay, this thing about science is it's based on questioning observations, not just accepting what you want to. Science is never clear. So that's in response to the whole science is clear here. Let me be clear. Facts. This was 2 days ago, and I got the big red alert on the connection issues. No. Oh, goodness. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just waiting for bars to come back up. Yeah, I could see the connection going down. It's so annoying. Thanks, David, for letting me know. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you guys. Like, honestly, when you guys are helping me out with the streams and telling me the feedback, like, this is so amazing. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is what Justin Trudeau said. So we are reading the comments, which is really fun. So how about testing people for antibodies to see if they are immune before vaccinating everyone? Again, look at how many likes this person has got. 310 likes. So another person says the science is also clear that natural immunity gives better coverage than the vaccine. 449 people commented, 425 likes. If the vaccines work, then why are we still masked up? That's a very good question that I wonder every day. If you understand tyranny, you know the masks are about control, but okay. Why are cases rising? Why are there strict rules and regulations? Why? None of it makes sense. It's time to let go and get back to normal. It's the only sensible thing left to do. 100% agree with this comment. Let's be clear, Justin, so him in his own feed. You are not the boss of me. And when you start talking, do we tolerate these people who are unvaccinated? You no longer have my support. And yes, this is great. People are getting it now. This is people realizing the levels of tyranny that is being thrown upon us. Quebec, the worst. Quebec is the worst province right now to be under, but it's not so bad. We're not so far behind in Ontario. This one, Kelly goes, have you seen the number for hospitalizations, vaxxed versus unvaxxed? Obviously, they don't work, meaning the shots. I get people don't want like a fool, but we have been. We Canadians need to start standing together instead of allowing you to try to separate us and pit us against each 100%. Again, we need to unify against Trudeau and the government and our provincial governments, because we are not each other. The unvaxxed, the vax, we never impose draconian measures on you. Always remember the enemy. The enemy is the state, is our enemy. The state is not our boss. We are the boss of the state. They work for us. And the fact that now they are dictating to us means that we need to take control over. There's nobody to save us. There's no politician. We need to take over. And we do this by not paying the fines. In Quebec, if you're unvaxxed, don't pay the fines. Just don't. Vaccine works, and yet here we are being shut down and restricted by every new variant. I played the vaccine game and got my first 2 shots. Nowhere. So no more of your games. Another one. How disrespectful. Let me be clear. You are not the king of Canada. And then another one. Vaccine. Money maker for somebody. So again, like honestly, like I haven't hidden any. I haven't skipped over any. There are no good comments. They all bash Trudeau at this point. If they work so well, then why was my friend vaccinated 20 times more sick than I was, not jabbed? And she's allowed to go back to work sooner than I can, even though before she was way sicker for way longer. I was sick for 1 day. 184 likes on that comment. And fun fact, my whole family, we've been taking a lot of vitamins. I know it's very controversial to take vitamins nowadays, but that's what we've been doing. And we haven't gotten the whole thing. So, but during Christmas, we didn't see anybody just because we were just tired from work. But a lot of people that I know that are, again, double jabbed got sick during Christmas. And it was unbelievable how I heard that were sick. And I know they were double jabbed because they advertised it when they did the double jabberoo. So, and the people unjabbed that I knew, none of us got sick. So it's very strange to me that this is another factor where people are actually realizing, wait a sec, I just got COVID-ski and I'm double jabbed. I got my booster last week and I still got the COVID-ski. What the hell? So people, the disease has a funny way of bringing out the tyranny. Like it's showcasing, the disease itself is showcasing the tyranny. It's amazing. So the elites, the globalists, the Trudeaus of the world thought that they could use this disease to become tyrannical and take more and more power, but yet the disease itself is what's helping us in the end. I never thought I'd be so happy to have a variant that is doing this, getting people sick but not killing them. So people are recovering, and it's exposing, it's almost like the disease itself is giving the big FU to the globalists with the Omicron variant. The Omicron is the FU to globalists in the disease world. I love it. Okay, let's keep going. A few more comments in here. There are many different ways to have layers of protection, but you don't preach that. Then you just insult on the unvaccinated last week. Nice leadership. So this is in reference. It wasn't truly last week. I talked about it in last week's live stream. But in September, right before the election, he went on that French-Canadian talk show, and Trudeau actually said, should we tolerate the unvaccinated? And he kind of left it at that. But that is, again, another type of Hitler speech. This is the kind of stuff you expect out of Hitler, not out of a Canadian prime minister. So that made all the rage last week, and this is what this person is referring to. So this other one says, stop ordering and bullying your nation. We have no trust anymore. So many likes. I love this. Let me be clear with a question mark. This is so condescending, Mr. Prime Minister. It's so true. I hate to let me be clear. Please do not enter with your language. Please do better. Sorry. Oh my God. Please do better with your language. Also, the science is not clear. Our hospitalizations are 80% vaxxed. And again, a lot of likes on this one. I'm vaccinated and so is my whole family. And we all got COVID. Vaccine didn't work. And so in here, the 427 likes, the 26 laughing emojis. Okay, look, I'm glad it's only 26. We don't want to laugh at the vaccinated people who got COVID. Like, I don't think it's funny at all because they were duped. A lot of people were misled by our government. Our government is so corrupt, but we came from a place in Canada where we trusted our government. We really did. And when this all started, we still trusted our government. So it took a while. It took a deep breach of that trust, which is the vaccine and then the Omicron, to make sure that people woke up from that. And now people are seeing the government for what it really is. So how are they working? We are now worse than ever, and that's a very good question. We are even more locked down than before, especially Quebec, and yet 84%? I think I saw today in the government, 84% of Canadians have been double jabbed. Oh, this is another one. Let's see this one. Sawan K. Wally. I'm just going to peek really quickly at his profile just to see if he lives in Canada. It doesn't say. It doesn't say, but my guess would be that this person is not in Canada. So it's easy to love somebody when you're not even in the country that is being governed by that person. Okay, try to go back here. Okay. Okay, let me go back in here. Sorry for all the scrolling, guys. This is going to be a headache-inducing scrolly scroll because I clicked the back button once too many. I'm just going to go back and find the actual post. So my internet is really, really slow. So I'm hoping, yeah, I know, Larry. I'm just going to try to put on the screen what Larry was saying. Oh, not that one. Larry. Okay, I don't know where Larry's comment is. There, this one. While I get my Trudeau. So Larry, I agree with you. It's hard to sympathize, but we do, like, this is just my opinion. I'm not trying to preach to you guys or anything, but we have no other way. We have to embrace and accept the ones that were duped, even though they were. I've had some people that I know and I love dearly, and they went and got shot, and they knew. We tried to warn them. They just ended up saying, you know what, I need to travel, so I can't do this anymore. I'm going to just give in. And now they regret. It's very tough to turn our backs to them. I know, but trust me, I understand the other side of this because I'm also frustrated with the people who took the jab after knowing all of this, and they still just, because they gave in. It's very hard for me to accept it, but somewhere in December, I came to accepting that, and now we need to move forward and just embrace people who come back to our side because we're going to need them. So, Larry, I understand where you're coming from, though. Okay, let's keep going. We'll do a few more of these Trudeau ones, and then I'm just going to go check news really quickly. So, hold on, this is the wrong screen. I'm such a pro at this, eh? 1 year. You'd think I'd get better. No. Oh, goodness. Okay, guys, hold on. At least I have 5 green bars now. My internet's good. My internet's kicking it, and just me that's not. Okay, sorry, I'm almost there. Okay, this is the rapid test one. We've already talked about this. The French comments. So I've read Trudeau's. So every time he posts, he does a French and an English. I've read the French page too, and they're just as outraged as English side. So it's not like it's like the English side outraged and the Quebecers are loving this. Like the Quebecers are actually not liking this. So this is where we were. So again, if you're, I just saw a bump in the people joining here. So just in post Trudeau 2 days ago, and we're going through the comments, which are amazing. If you've done your part, you've rolled up your sleeve and you've gotten vaccinated, thank you. Your action will help us beat this pandemic. And if you haven't gotten your shots, please sign up for them today. There was a let me be clear as well. Oh, Derek. Derek went in there and gave the big finger here. But I can check out these comments. We were looking at the one that says, let me be clear. This post is yesterday, 11:52 a.m., so it's even more recent. But just for fun, just for a bit of giggles here, let's see how he's doing in this version of it. So, said when people got 2 jabs, now 3, then 4, when does it stop? Again, very good question. Also, when will the lies stop? Well, sorry to tell you, buddy, but they're never going to stop. As soon as the government talks, it's a lie. 754 likes on that one. Funny, my job is still closed, even though I've done my part, stop the lockdowns. For 2 years, nothing has been more important than COVID. Not cancer, not life-saving surgeries, not mental wellness, nothing. You're sounding like a broken record, Mr. Prime Minister. 4th wave, 5th wave, 3rd booster, 4th booster, new topic, let's move on. And this one, Nikki says, saying it over and over again doesn't make it true or factual. I would have to argue that the data isn't adding up, Mr. Crime Minister. Then somebody, 1 jab, 2 jab, 3 jabs, 4. That's that song. You sound like a broken record. At what point does this become harassment? That's pretty funny, actually. I like that comment. I feel harassed because it's almost every few days. And by the way, guys, this is going to be a video for BitChute, but I've taken a screenshot of every time Justin Trudeau in 2021, so last year, every time he's mentioned in Facebook to get the jab. There's a whole bunch of screenshots that I have. I'm going to put all of that in a video. And yeah, it's going to be evidence for any lawyer in the future who wants the evidence that he clearly pushed this on the population, knowing what we're going to find out later on, that he knew what this was about. But not right now, we're pretending we all don't know. He's pretending we all don't know. But when it actually comes out that he knew what was behind this and he was pushing this for a different agenda, this kind of documentation is going to be valuable to lawyers. So I'm going to put that together and put that on BitChute. It's also entertaining for us. Okay, I can't believe after 2 years, we still can't go to the gym, see family, but you can stand in line up with people to enter clothing stores. This pandemic has become a joke. True. So is this another attempt to ostracize those that choose not to get vaccinated? Yes, Kyla, it is. Wow, you managed to get that one without calling people and oh my God. The more I talk, the more I can't talk. It's like I have an allocation of words per day that God has given me, and like once I've reached them, it's like starting to just throw out some garbage out of my mouth, and I start to. I can do this, guys. I can do this. Okay. Okay. Wow, you managed to get through that one without calling people racist, misogynist. Are they still taking up space? Hashtag Hitler quotes. Oh my God, I'm going to have to look into. There's a hashtag Hitler quotes? This is amazing. That must be on Twitter, eh? Okay, we know worldwide the vaccine isn't the only way out of this, so why make it seem like this is the only treatment? I'm at a loss. Stop forcing people to get jabbed. It's a choice. I'm vaccinated, but I understand that some can't and won't get vaccinated. It's their choice. No need for dictatorship in Canada. I'll gladly take the shot with an opt for whiskey to celebrate you no longer being in office. Oh, amazing. So, over the negativity, people, get your shots. You may still get COVID, but you won't die. What's so hard about that to understand? Okay, so we got an opposing opinion, but 54 people laughed at that. There's 11 people who are angry at her for saying that. probably 2 people with a sad emoji face who think, oh my God, this is a lost soul. And only 31. So out of the only a third of the people who actually said something on this agreed with her. So this is what I mean by the tide is turning. This is great because these guys are getting vetoed. They're getting, is it vetoed? No, not vetoed. Ratioed. Oh goodness. I told you I had words. I probably also have a certain amount of brain cells. And at the end of the day, I'm done. Okay. Sharing this post from last March, just to be honest with people, how many of our rights do we need to trade for some of our freedom back? Stop making the same post every single day. There are millions that should be on your plate, not involving yourself in other personal medical choices. Teach me how to hate people I disagree with. I'm off sick today. The booster has given me a fever, chills, aches, and pain. Oh, and I have to homeschool my kids. I will not be getting a 4th. It's like we're stuck in a bad episode of South. It's kind of true. Do your part and resign, dictator. Get off it already. Your shots clearly aren't working. This is amazing, guys. Like this is Facebook. This I love about this. This is the kind of stuff that 6 months ago you would only find on BitChute and Odysee and Rumble and all these alternative channels. But now this is on Facebook. And if it's on Facebook, it's probably on Twitter as well. People are probably doing all of this on Twitter as well. So this is really, really good news for all of us because the normies are waking up and people are pissed off. So see, somebody here says, you make me sick. This one, this one, it has 470 likes, which is really cool. And she says, yikes, looks like the people who have done their part are the ones getting and spreading it. 59 cases per 100,000 people in the unvaccinated and 80 cases per 100,000 in the fully vaccinated. Your narrative is crumbling, Justin. 100%. And this one actually even backed up with data. So, I mean, we'd have to fact check the data. You always want to check the data. But at least this person, instead of just insulting somebody, she actually took the time to put some data in there. So this one, you make me sick. Otherwise, you'll ask the media if we tolerate the unvaccinated again. So again, I'll take a hard pass, comrade. So people are mocking him by calling him Hitler and comrade. Like this is like insinuating he's like a total tyrant at this point, which is great to see. Do your part and take care of registered practical nurses. Okay. Wow, 2 posts in 2 days. Getting desperate much, Mr. Prime Minister? Do they pay you by the post now too? This implies being paid by the shot. So people are waking up to the truth. Be careful. Be careful there. Your colors are showing. So again, I'm fully vaccinated, all 3 vaccines, and also a nurse, and I must protect my family and my patients. And see, 65 people out of 108 laughed. Only 41 gave it a thumbs up, and 2 people gave it a heart. And there's like 65 replies. So I'm guessing a lot of the people in there are going and saying, you shouldn't have gotten this boost or whatever they're going to say. Another one, I'm sorry, Mr. Trudeau, but after you refer to a certain demographic of our population as racist and misogyne and taking space, you're now attempting to play Mr. Nice Guy. Perhaps I'm stepping out of line when I say this, but I would think your path of execution is a bit skewed. So a lot of people like that one too. So anyways, this is going to be a lot. This was a lot of amazing posts that we saw come out of Facebook. Let me see if I want to show you guys a couple more things that happened in the news today. I'm just going to grab my phone so I can show you this. I can't have too many windows open at the same time because it crashes my stream. Okay. Oh, Tassaniko, you're here. Hi, Tassaniko. Okay, I saw a couple things that I wanted to mention. This is a big thing that came out in Ontario this week, but I'm going to show you this. It's a new stat. This is where they started saying, oh, maybe we should like count only the people who come to the hospital for COVID as COVID cases rather than, you know, calculating everybody that walks into the hospital and they have a broken leg and we're going to test them for COVID and then they test positive and we're going to count those as a COVID case. So like we are led by fools. So that's what happened this week. I think it happened across Canada, but there was big news about that in Ontario. So it was people that being in the hospital, and how were they hospitalized with COVID after they entered with a broken leg, or were they entered in for COVID? And we learned in Ontario that until now, we suspected they were not making the difference between the two groups. And so basically they admitted to falsifying the numbers for 2 years. So good luck saving yourself from that one. This is just more awesome news coming our way. COVID Ontario. Okay, I'm going to show you this article just to show you what the newest of the news is. Here it is. Okay. So 46% of those currently hospitalized with COVID were admitted for other reasons, new data. So this is from yesterday. Now, we all suspected that. There was some numbers came out of the States saying the same kind of thing. But now we know. Now it's out in the open. So again, one more blow to the credibility of our leaders who falsified the numbers and are now admitting it. They're saying new data as if, oh my God, it's new data. It just showed up. Jeez, man. But no, like honestly, we suspected this for a very long time. Now you're just admitting to it. So you're kind of catching up with the conspiracy theorists, really. So they were admitted for reasons other than the virus. So imagine if they've done that for the last 2 years, how insane this has been. So Ontario government released the data indicating for some time that it would begin differentiating between those who were admitted for COVID and incidental admissions. We are updating to distinguish the patients. So basically this is kind of a smoking gun in a way, because they're admitting that until now they weren't distinguishing. There's also more evidence for a lawyer who's going to bring up this case to a international committee or a Canadian judge panel. But this is more evidence that until now they were not making the distinction between the COVID patients and the people who just showed up at the hospital for other stuff and happened to have tested COVID, because of course a PCR test, you always test positive, because they've also admitted that too. They've also admitted that you can pretty much amplify anything if you're doing these cycles that are run at, which we were doing in Canada. So obviously everybody had COVID that went into a hospital because you had to get tested as soon as you entered. So they diagnosed everybody with COVID. And now we're learning that after all of that, they counted as COVID people who came in for other reasons into the hospital. Insane. Ontario's admitting that now. So while this doesn't change the serious situation in hospitals, of course it does. This is again more propaganda. They're trying to be like, don't worry about it. It's not going to change anything. This changes everything, guys. Everything. This is a huge admission from the government, and they're trying to like downplay it, like nothing to see here, just keep along. But this actually does change it, because it means you are out COVID to other patients that didn't have COVID. It's a huge danger. You lied. First of all, you lied. Then you lied with the data, inflating the numbers so that you can instill more fear into people. And then after that, you kept the lie alive for about 1.5 years. And now you're admitting it's fine. It's like, no, we're going to change the way we're looking at things. But don't worry about it. No, we will worry about it. This is a huge deal. You guys are liars and you're crooked and you've wasted 1.5 years. And this is outrageous. So this is this is all happening this week. There's crazy news this week. It's an insane week. So it is important to share this data to provide additional context. What? Like you woke up like you don't have any data analysts that work for the government that are actually competent? Like you're saying to me, nobody in the government of Ontario until today said, oh, wait, maybe we should really just look at the actual COVID cases? Like nobody, right? This is why government's incompetent, because they just do whatever they want. They're just about power. And they use that to their advantage to sell the narrative, to increase, to bring on these measures. And now they're like, now we want to share this data with you. The question we should all be answering is, why are you sharing this data now with us? First, why are you sharing the data? And why now? 2 questions. We should always ask that. What do you have that you're trying to say now. And I'm actually surprised because I thought their strategy was going to be that they were going to keep calculating everything coming in as COVID, because all of the adverse reactions to the vaccine, like so strokes and all these things that you all know about that I don't want to go into too much detail on here, but all those adverse reactions that are going to be going to the hospitals, I expected them to cover them up with COVID, but it looks like they are not. And I'm very puzzled. If you guys know what the dealio is with this, feel free to put it in the chat, because I'm still trying to figure that one out. I don't know why they're telling us this now. So they need to get into these numbers, and people in hospital with COVID is up compared to Monday's report. Whatever, these numbers really mean nothing to me. Hospitalized, these amounts are in the ICU. So really the rest of the article has nothing to do with what they just said. It's just fluff pieces. But it has nothing to do with it. You see that, guys? They're talking about COVID numbers, but it has nothing to do with the admission that the COVID case is now for a year and a half. That's the big story, but they're trying to hide it. Pretend you didn't see it and just look at all these people in ICU. This is what they're doing here. It's just so stupid. But anyways, this is the kind of idiot people that are running our country. I almost said ruining our country. It was like a Freudian slip or whatever. But yes, ruining our country. Absolutely ruining our country with this garbage. But I don't know if we can try. How do you compare now? This is another problem. There is no way to compare, because your data is what would be the proper word for this? I'm trying to go back to my data nerd days, but it would be corrupt data. So you've corrupted your data, which makes it incomparable from year to year. If you don't, you can only compare data if you're going based on the same premise or the same rules, the same sets of rules. Now you've changed the sets of rules. So how do you compare the data? So maybe that's why they're doing this now, so that we don't compare it to last year. I don't know. I'm trying these theories live on air with you guys here. But anyways, so yeah, this was like the big news in Ontario this week. Of course, the big news in Quebec was the tax. There we go. That was the big news out of Quebec this week. So I think this one, let me just get back. I know we talked about it a little bit. Trudeau weighs in means nothing. Trudeau can weigh in all he wants. His mind is already made up, because he knows what he's supposed to do. His goal is to take more power. So it's not going to give us back the power. But as strong measures have worked, but he's not ready to go there yet. But again, remember back in January 2021, when Trudeau said, we are not a country that forces vaccination on our people. And yet, 6 months later, he's forcing vaccination on the federal government and then the healthcare workers. And now they're trying to go after people who are unvaxxed by taxing them. So of course, he's going to allow this to happen. And of course, he's going to encourage it. So Quebec's tax on the unvaccinated, that was the big news out of Quebec. I'm sure that François Legault is going to walk this back just a tad. He's going to say, oh, no, sorry, we're going to delay it a little bit, But Quebec seems to be the testing ground for the really draconian measures that they are hoping to roll out towards the rest of Canada. So if you're in Quebec, again, stay strong. Don't give in to this tax. This is just a threat, and it's an empty threat, really. And if nobody pays their tax, they won't be able to get all of us. They fired half their, or just a third of their police force anyways. So it's not like they can get everybody. But this is the big news out of Quebec. So a lot of very serious, concerning news coming out of lots of places in Canada. I think that the prairies are like just watching, what's going to happen? We're the Freedom Center, and then the Maritimes are like, yeah, because they seem to be all about these crazy measures, but hopefully not. Hopefully the people will fight against it. But anyways, hopefully the stream was not too crazy tonight with the bars going down. I know that it's not ideal when I don't get great reception like this. Oh, I see Banks is here. Hi, Banks. So I am going to record those 2 other videos that I'm going to put on BitChute tomorrow. So Yeah, please go there and watch them if you can. It's going to be a little bit more spicy. I have to censor myself on YouTube, which I hate, but got to do what you got to do. But anyways, stay strong out there. I hope you guys have a really good rest of the day. And I'll see you all next week for another exciting, riveting stream. Hopefully I don't choke next week. But anyways, thank you so much for joining. I love you all. Stay strong and see you next week.